Santa Monica. It's quite chilly today. Now it's easily 10 degrees cooler over here. There's Palisades Park to the right, all the way down there for about a mile or so. Santa Monica! There's PCH. It actually starts right around over there, coming out of the tunnel. And it goes on that way. That's Palisades Park, right all the way up over there. And that's going up into the fire zone. It's pretty clear. It is a lot cooler. See the giant bubbles? Can you see that? They're making giant bubbles. I grew up around these parts. Yeah. What's making those big balloons? Look at that. Look, pigeons are gonna get caught by the tidal wave. Oh God, I remember such a different time for this place. It's not so bad right now, though. Big difference between this and like 4 years ago. Whoa, whoa. Oh. There we go. He's got a good bubble mixture. Look at that. Oh, dude, no. Look out. Pull up. Pull up. You're flying too low. Oh, damn. Oh, well. What the hell? Goodness, dude. And you know it's a good arcade because they have a Zoltar. Chick here, the chick there, here chick there, chick everywhere, chick on the town, let her farm. Yeah, don't ya fucking love it? Oh, and this is where they do like trapeze trampolines. It's some sort of school. I think for a while they were connected to the Cirque du Soleil, because Cirque du Soleil does stuff here, and this was like their training kind of thing. And plus, I think you paid for like, I don't know, 25 minimum. I don't know what it was. Oh, there it is. Yeah, trapeze school. And they could teach you the fine arts of being psycho and being a trapeze. No, I know it's an art. I used to love it when I was a kid, but no, hell no. Oh, Santa Monica Beach. I think this was my dad's favorite beach. My mom's favorite beach was Redondo Beach, and I love Redondo Beach. Oh, this is gonna be weird. Okay, so I'm 59. My birthday was just on March 13th. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to say anything, and because the liberal arts of the liberal mouths are too stupidly liberal. But anywho, now pigeons. Have they gotten smarter, or do they just know something? Okay, for instance, like pigeons used to be every freaking where, and honestly, as I look at the beach right now, same thing. Seagulls, abundant pigeons and seagulls together. It's kind of funny because it almost seemed like pigeons would invade their territory, and ever rarely would you see a seagull more than a mile inland. Very rarely. But anyway, what are they eating? Because honestly, I see a lot of times a lot of fast food on the ground. Pigeons don't peck at it. Squirrels maybe a little bit, but honestly, no. The pigeon. There was this one McDonald's, I think off El Segundo Boulevard, or I can't remember, in the Hawthorne, across from Hawthorne Park, where they used to have a carnival every year. And that was like my favorite McDonald's. And they used to have a little outside area sitting and stuff like that. And I used to, my mom liked it because, you know, you'd get the large fries and stuff like that. And I like to feed the pigeons. Pigeons don't eat McDonald's fries any longer. They don't even eat the bread, really. I mean, I've never seen, and you don't see pigeons around McDonald's any longer. You see them more inland, some other places and stuff like that in parks, especially in the parks and shit like that. More so than the parks, honestly, come to think of it. But pigeons don't eat food like the fast food that we eat, or we thought we were always eating, especially competitors. They don't eat that. Try it. I mean, do you remember? Are you from like this area? Do you remember that? What I'm talking about? It's so weird, but because our food has been changed over the course of the decades, you know, over the course of the years, unbeknownst to us, it's gotten more toxic, as a lot of us are seeing, and a lot of us are accepting. For those of you that aren't, still up there with the those are clouds. Don't worry about it. Lord, dude. I hope you're just being an asshole and you're actually acting differently in life if you have a family and you're more proactive to that. I hope that is the situation. If that is, then that's fine. But honestly, no. And what is that? Hang time. Oh, yeah, no. The birds just don't really do it. And I've always often said, the bread and the eggs are so different. Well, the eggs are depending on the diet of the animal and everything else. We can only imagine. I've seen some of the commonality and all the fucking antibacterial and fungus, all this and all the shots and all that. And we never used to think about that. We never really delved in and really thought about the process of what is consumed by the consumee intended to be consumed by another consumee or consumer. However I'm saying, you know what I mean. Dog eats dog, basically. Begot. So it's like, yeah. My thing is, I have a breakfast meat, whether it's sausage or bacon, 2 eggs in the morning, and my sourdough or wheat toast, depending on what I'm being picky about for my bread. That's it. 2 eggs, breakfast meat, and toast with butter, and my coffee. That's it. Since the lockdown, I had no longer taken any kind of over-the-counter pain reliever, no more Motrin, and I never took, since the Tylenol scare back when we had it was like, what, the late 70s, the 80s? I never once again took Tylenol. Well, no, I guess it was given to me post-surgery without me knowing. But I don't take Tylenol, and during the lockdown, I stopped taking pain relievers altogether. And honestly, I feel so much better. I never realized how much the Motrin affected my asthma. It never used to bother me when I was younger, but it's true. When you get older, your body does like a flip, and it just, what used to be okay for you now bothers you. So weird. Checking out the hotties over here. But I don't do that anymore. And I don't, honestly, I don't have that much pain anymore. So I think the body craves it after a while. Like, oh, you didn't give me any aspirin this morning. I need aspirin. I need aspirin. A set of waves right there. And there's one thing also that's missing that a lot of people don't do anymore. Suntan oil. The smell of Hawaiian tropic. It's beautiful out here. I was wondering, it is low tide, because you normally don't see those rocky formations of rockiness. There's the other street to go down to PCH. That was like the most common one. That's the more touristy one. That thing has been in a lot of movies and TV shows. And the Santa Monica Club should be like right in between. See that white? And it should be down over there. I can almost see the dome-shaped or teepee-shaped building of the clubs. Says it's like 61 degrees. It's not so bad right now because being obstructed by the light breeze or whatever, you start feeling a little bit warm. Bless you. Once again, it was way further down, beyond that pier, a little over to the left, and then just before that is LAX. Not some place you want to be swimming in day or night. One of the best things I loved about flying out of LAX is that you immediately launched over water. Look at that big sailboat out there. That's a big sail. It's a big mast. Holy cow. You can see two planes that launched off. One is right up over there, and the other one's over here. And LAX is also doubled as a military outpost for launching, so that's kind of like why we're part of the first strike zone. You see all that fog that's moved in over in the more like Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach. It's the fog. It's moved into the town. And sorry, you definitely cannot smoke on the pier whilst on the pier. Shark! Shark! Shark!
With the hat.
진짜 부담스러워요.
I was just thinking, how much of this shit where we grew up, when we were kids, do we take for granted? Oh, look at Bluey. And by that I mean, you know how like, I know every little town, every high school, every group of kids, every graduate, God, can't wait to graduate and get out of this little so-and-so town. It's so miserable. And you know, my mom busted her ass to be able to afford to live in El Segundo and give me a pleasant life. And now it's like I couldn't even touch a month's rent here. Of course, of the last 3-4 years, a lot of managers have implemented a new thing. So it used to be like the unspoken rule or whatever, unwritten rule, that here in California, especially in Los Angeles, you definitely needed 3 times the amount. Your paycheck has to be 3 times that, the amount of your rent. So, with a lot more and more people that were able to, but not leaving their living conditions in such great, they decided to put another kind of like thing. So on top of having like a super score of like, I don't know, beyond 600 definitely, at least I'd say 7, or if not 1,000,000 gold or whatever the best rating. Anything above 600 is, yeah, your app will get looked at a little more closely. 3.5 times your pay, your monthly pay has to be that 3.5 times of what rent is. So if your rent is $2,500, let's say on the median low end, your paycheck has to be 6,000, 7,000. And on top of that, they also want to see proof of 3 months worth of salary saved. That is when you realize that this whole thing is definitely a scam, and they are catering to the very well-to-do, the very financial. This is going to become a new European escape because it's so tropical, and it's because it's so in the United States. This in Hawaii too, and then Florida. If Florida ends up getting consumed, but that's a lot of fucking money. One person for a young individual, say 24, 25. Good luck. You're going to find like a shady landlord in a shady shithole place, and good luck with that, because the stress in your life is not going to be worth the living wherever you're going to want to live. 66. All right, let's wrap this up and get back. I'm starting to get hungry. One thing that I can honestly say is that prior to the pandemic, the pier was kind of seeing a little bit, I think, in a slump of tourism and everything and sales. Starting to look a little bleak. But after that, and after opening up and everything else, no, it's come out really cool. I used to love the Scramble, especially when the carnivals would come into town. The Scrambler and the Tilt-A-Whirl were my absolute favorite. Midway, the water gun, and darts. I can nail any balloon, any color that is called out. This sucks. That's a scam. The ring toss is fun, but too many small prizes that you have to build up to get what you're going to get. It's always fun too. We got to roll the ball and make it through the hole. Oh, the horse racing. The horse racing, that was cool. That would be the modern version of the Tilt-A-Whirl. It is a mild roller coaster, but it's that you are on a roller coaster on top of a pier dangling over the Pacific Ocean. That's the thing to take away from this. It's our own Coney Island on the West Coast. We used to have a couple. We used to also have the Long Beach Pier, back when it was definitely a killer tourist attraction. You got the little mini helix, and then pops back up into the station up there. Boop. And then we got the other little kiddie rides over here too. I like kiddie rides. What kind of adult doesn't like kiddie rides? Especially if you have kiddie rides where they are like, ooh, it's a new one, like this. When I was a kid, all the amusement, well, carnivals and stuff like that, all the rides, all their cars or whatever you call it, trains or trucks, they all had the metallic glittery thing. This was the shit.
Ran into some blue one over there.
We got the boats, gift shop. And I can see the guy still making bubbles over there. Got an idea of what it costs. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are. What the hell? How'd it go? Oh, the bathrooms. Yeah, this is nothing. This, well, again, everything's like when you were a kid. Everything was like when we were kids. Nothing is ever as it always was. But no, people used to park here like crazy. I don't know if they still allow mass parking, but they didn't have the kind of like restriction or meter in and out and stuff like that. There were cars that were always forever coming up and down that ramp, and you're always hearing a honk or two, you know, get out of the way. And Santa Monica Beach meets Venice Beach. Bike path. Merry-go-round. Bubbles. Parking. Amusement. Beach. The curious in question, yes, all these boards are new. Within the last, I think they were taking advantage of the lockdown where they were finishing replacing this section, but all the boards I believe on the pier have been most recently replaced. I can see the merry-go-round spinning. That thing's spinning like a freaking top. Kids be puking. See some clouds forming over there. As the moisture starts to come in, the land starts to cool down, the fog will roll in. The old hot dog and a stick. I think that is still the original spot, though a less attractive looking building. Ooh, so smells good. I say this every time when I'm out here. Oh yeah. Marine layers coming in. Beach pizza. Beach pizza. Beach pizza. Beach pizza no longer exists out here anymore. Beach pizza was kind of like square, rectangular, thick, very yeasty, thick pie crust dough with then tomato sauce and cheese and everything. But it was dubbed beach pizza because that's when it was popular, because with the surfers, whenever they'd get off from surfing and stuff like that, in order to reload and everything, they would just go and get instead of a wimpy little, they would just get a big fat square beach pizza and they would load up. So yeah, no longer exists. See the marine layer coming in? And that's it. Hour and like 40 plus minutes, 2 trains to get here. So over 3-hour round trip just to get to Santa Monica from Pasadena. Ugh. Better than driving though. That's easy to say because I don't have a car, so. But for the convenience of not having to find parking, yeah.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you so much for your generous donations. My name is Yamina or Yaya Hussein. I'm Ben Frederick. Thank you for listening. If you have any further questions,
I went to Seattle. I used to go to Seattle like.
So I kind of wanted to touch real quick on this Sears. This Sears right here is you can tell by the lettering. Yes, it's old, 40s. This was built back in 1947 and closed, well, not too long ago. But this was a beautiful one. There's definitely very Art Deco and stuff like that. And right here in the middle of everything. And right here across the street from the promenade. But since it was sitting empty, because of the Palisades fire, they decided to remodel this. Now, all efforts 24/7. It's expected to open up the 16th or the 19th of April. And this is going to be the temporary school for Palisades High School, which is really cute. I'm going to try and link the news article below. But this is going to is being as we speak. And afterwards, I think their high school will be finished in, I think, 26. By summer of 26, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is going to be the new campus of Palisades High School that burned in the Palisades fires. Which is really cool because you couldn't ask for a nicer building than this. And the fact that they're going to utilize this beautiful Art Deco right here is for a high school, a learning facility. You can even see the handle plates are very Art Deco-y on the pull tabs, even the numbers and everything. So yeah, you got the terrazzo. That's going to be very cool. All the overhang decoration, the ornate deco-y, and it's right here. So, and for whatever time it's going to be, that might even help with some of the businesses around here. As far as like you know, bringing in extra student money to eateries. What the hell? Jesus Christ. I swear, ever since the pandemic, people just air everything out like it was in